If God is loving, why would suffering create more suffering? Here's a trauma-informed look at vibration. Hello, I'm Allison Batty Capps of Blossoming Heart Wellness. I want to ask a question that has been sitting with me, and I'm not asking it to dismiss anyone's spiritual beliefs. I really value diversity of beliefs, and I think it's important for it to exist. I'm actually asking for curiosity, not certainty, because I think this matters for how we understand healing. If God is loving, if consciousness is intelligent and compassionate, then why would God create a reality that makes suffering create more suffering? Why would that be a rule, that suffering creates more suffering? For example, if you're low vibration, you attract low vibration experiences. Why would low vibration mean you attract more painful experiences? This is a question that has been sitting with me. I'm genuinely curious because I'm seeing a lot of spiritual teachings out there that suggest that your vibration is what creates your reality, that low vibration attracts low experiences, that suffering is a reflection of your frequency, that somehow it's your fault that you suffer. I'm sharing this as a reflection. This is not an absolute truth. When we take ideas too literally, we can come up against difficult questions. Does it mean that suffering is a form of punishment, or that trauma somehow creates more trauma because of a spiritual rule? I want to explore this through the lens of psychology and neuroscience. I'm speaking as a general synthesis of these fields, not claiming certainty or completeness. In psychology and neuroscience, we see something different. When someone experiences suffering, especially chronic stress or early childhood trauma, the nervous system adapts. The brain and body actually form based on early experiences. So our brain and our body learns in childhood what is safe, what is dangerous, what to expect, and how to survive. And those adaptations can definitely shape our perception, our relationships, emotional responses, stress physiology, patterns of protection. From a neuroscience perspective, this is not punishment. This is adaptation. This is biology. This is how we are designed to work. This makes me actually wonder if sometimes spiritual language blends two different ideas, if people are interpreting spiritual themes in a way that is not 100% complete. Because one is our inner state influences how we experience life. We know that to be true. That's science, that's psychology. The other is the belief that our inner state causes life to happen, or we deserve what happens to us. And I want to be careful here. I don't think these things are the same thing, and I may be wrong about how I understand spirituality, but I think this distinction feels important to explore, because I think a more grounded way to think about this, instead of thinking, if I have a low vibration, I attract suffering, I think it's more empowering to consider the thought, when I am in pain, my nervous system adapts to protect me. And those adaptations can shape how I experience the world. This is one lens. It is not the only lens. And I'm not saying that if you believe in vibration and the law of attraction being literal, that that's wrong. I'm just saying that if you are someone who has difficulty relating to those belief systems, there is another way to perhaps consider it. And it isn't meant to replace spiritual meaning. It's just an opportunity to offer another perspective that I feel is less shaming and more compassionate. So again, I want to come back to a deeper question, not with certainty, but with curiosity. If God is love, would love really structure reality as a punishment system? Or would love instead create opportunities for support, relationship, healing, integration, understanding? I really don't know the answer. I just like exploring questions. I wonder what the purpose is behind spirituality teachings that imply that if people are suffering, it is their fault. And I also don't want us to lose the possibility that healing and transformation aren't real and meaningful. maybe we can consider a middle path, at least one way of looking at it. We are influenced by our inner state, but we are not punished by it. And we are not solely creating everything that happens to us. We are human beings in relationship with life. Healing, in my experience and my understanding, seems to happen most often through compassion, safety, and connection, not through blame or shame or punishment. I think it's important for us to be asking questions and exploring how we each experience these concepts. It deepens our understanding. And if you want to explore more of the way that I approach life, or these teachings, or spirituality, psychology, and neuroscience, I invite you to read my book, The Divine Within: Healing Ourselves to Heal the World, or go to my website, blossomingheartwellness.com, to learn more about online courses or how to work with me, or follow and subscribe. Sending you deep love and appreciation for who you are and for your unique beliefs.